And they're saying Glennon gonna get booed off the field, especially when they play my Bucks. Bet that. Sorry, Big L. So he's sending shouts out. Clay Chocolate is good. Davis is in the building. What's up, Clay? Appreciate you dropping in here to the building with us to the Wait a Minute show. And also who just jumped in this show is my man, the governor of Minnesota, Vince Wright. Vince, if you haven't heard, we were just talking about could KD go back to OKC. So if you got anything to say about that, please drop it in there. Al Thomas saying, Jelani, what's the web address for the music? It is farrojaromusic.com. FARROJARRO music.com. And I'll type it in the chat here, in a little bit too, Al. So yeah, hit him up. He definitely, got some hot beats, out there. Vince Lopan is in the building, man. He been laying back because him and Big L been beefing. But Lopan, tell Vince what's up. Indeed. So Lopan is in the building. So we are caught up now. Vince says no, KD done with OKC. So Vince don't believe it. He don't think he could go. They could go back. Boosa said we don't want him back here at OKC. So shouts out to Boosa in the building, X Squad affiliates family member. So I think it could happen. Vince and Boosa. And here's the thing. Boosa, I hear you say that, but I remember Cleveland saying the same thing about LeBron. But when you start losing and I'm just going to go to, we were accustomed to a certain lifestyle. When you're accustomed to always being in the mix for a championship and then that goes away and then you start getting eliminated in the first round of playoffs and then you may not even make the playoffs at times. You may you may rethink that and say, you know what? Let's just let bygones to be bygones, especially if y'all start winning, But Boosa said that he a buster, so it may take a little bit more time for Boosa to come around. But hey, we'll see. So I got a few more topics, and then I'll let y'all get out of here and enjoy the rest of your night, because this basketball did not, entertain us at all. So there's no point in talking about that. But I wanted to talk about this whole thing with the NBA and how, guys like Kevin Durant, saying that, the way he pushed, Rudy Gobert and they gave him a flagrant is why the league is soft, and all this stuff. So, me, I started thinking, and saying, let me analyze that. So let me see if it's a little bit more, to that than what they say. So, is the NBA really soft because of the players? And shouts out, Suggo. I see you say you got to go. Man, appreciate you stopping in. Is the NBA soft because of the players? Or is it soft because of David Stearns? And what I mean by that is that for all those people that's over 30, you remember the 80s and the 90s, pretty much. And you remember how the game was played. Now, I'm dating myself a little bit because I'm over 30. I'm actually over 35. So, the way we played was literally, no blood, no foul. That's just how it was. But they started changing rules. And the rules were to protect the superstars, guys like Michael Jordan, guys like Magic Johnson. Well, Magic was, on his way out, but, mainly Michael Jordan. It was like, look, we got to protect these guys because, when they, the Knicks come to town, they mollywopping folks, the Pistons mollywopping folks, and then just guys just playing, tough D. So I think the reason these guys are the way that they are, and they think they playing tough or whatever, is because of the rule change. And we can't blame the players because if you come in and everything is different and you don't get to play that way, then you really don't know what physical basketball is. And 334 I see he said Jordan got killed. Come on now. Yeah, you're right. Jordan did get killed, but Jordan would go in there, and he'll go in that hole, and he would keep coming after you and everything. And what I'm saying about it, Bama boy, is that is are these players can you really consider them soft? Because they didn't get to play in that era. So I think if they got to play in that era, they only can play with the rules that's set, before them, and I agree with you. I mean, Jordan used to get it handed to him, but that's how it was. And that now this is how it is. It's not, it's just not physical, and I'm one of those guys, if I take my old butt on the court and I go to the hole, someone slap me in the face, they be like, oh, my bad, man. I'll be like, oh, you good, man. You good, because that's just the way I was used to playing. And these cats now, they so sensitive, so I think it's more with the rule change than the players. If the rules haven't changed, I think, you wouldn't have that situation you have right now. But Booster said, I'm in my 50s. I remember when they had to really think about, really think about going in the paint. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Booster, because it was Dr. J and them guys, Moses Malone. Moses Malone was really a man amongst boys. I mean, he was just naturally strong, just something to think about. Grego said Jordan was an irritant to most. They couldn't deny him. Let's see what else we got. Clay said that's why Jordan had to lift weights to take the hits when he went to the hole. So, and that's why I was saying, like last episode, I was talking about who could come from. We always talk about who could now go to the past and play in that era, and now I was doing vice versa. But yeah, I mean, you had to lift weights. You couldn't come in like what's my man that the Lakers, I think it's Brandon Ingram, even KD, as far as like, that frail frame that he got. You wouldn't have been able to come in after 1 year in the NBA back then, because you would have been in the emergency room, every other night. So I think David Stern, if you're going to blame anybody, blame David Stern. Hey, he changed the rules. That changed the game. And that's why these guys play like they play now. And then they be sensitive. You got a lot of guys that be real sensitive about, getting fouled and all that stuff. We used to just think, hey, man, it's just part of the game, man. Hey, at the end, we all good, But last thing I want to talk about before I get to just a question is, ladies and gentlemen, please, the internet is so ruthless. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I'm begging you. Me and Lopan is begging y'all. Indeed. Yes, Lopan and me are begging y'all. Man, please fall back. Get off Bow Wow. I mean, is everything a challenge these days? Now the Bow Wow challenge is out there. If you have not heard, Bow Wow is in the news for all the wrong reasons. Whether it's true or not, because he's denying it, neither here or there, But here's what happened. Bow Wow was getting ready to go to New York. He's on his Instagram. He posted a picture, and he said, hey, this, I'm about to fly to New York, boom, 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 boom. And he got a private jet and the Mercedes out there and all this stuff. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now, just so happened in the world we live in, there's someone on Bow Wow's flight, what it is not a private jet, which is a public jet, a commercial jet, and they take a picture of Bow Wow and post it up and says, hey, man, this dude is on a flight with me going to New York, right? So Bow Wow has denied it. He said, he did take a private jet. He said he don't have to go back and post a 1-minute video to show that he was in a private jet, and all this stuff. But what I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, please give Bow Wow, a.k.a. Shad Moss, a break. Y'all are ruthless out there. And Miss Mocha said, Bow Wow lied. He lied. Clay is talking about Bow Wow, a.k.a. Shad Moss, did it to himself. Even if he did it to himself, Clay, please, give that man a break. Get that man a break, because the internet is ruthless. Booster talking about he flying Southwest and catching connecting flights. Please, y'all, leave Bow Wow alone, man. Shad Moss ain't did nothing to nobody. Yes, Lopez, please help this brother out, man. But that's all I can do. That's all I can do for Bow Wow. Whatever else happened is on him. So shouts out to Team Broadcasting is in the building. CT, I see you. Big L said, don't lie to kick it. 334 Bama Boy said, Big L, they used to kill each other. He's talking about the Pistons and the Bulls, I think. Boots are talking about Bow Wow even had the window seat. He did have the window seat, so at least in the picture, he had the window seat. You know, maybe that was economy comfort too. He had, upgraded to. But, I just hope it wasn't nothing, crazy like the brother was flying standby or something. Because the internet is ruthless. Ruthless, I tell you. Clay said the Bow Wow challenge is really nothing more than people doing what they normally do every day, which is lie on IG. Clay, you are absolutely right. It is so many people that is lying in life, IG, Facebook, Snapchat, and whatever else. But I will say this. The Bow Wow challenge has been hilarious. The stuff that people have been posting. I don't know if y'all seen the one with the Range Rover, but if you haven't, please go on Google or just Google and put in Bow Wow challenge, Range Rover. The one with Little Mama's on there. Even, Michael Blackson is in there. He talking about you mother suckers, and everything. And it's hilarious. But everybody, please give Shad a break, man. Come on, man. Even if he didn't, at one point he did have the money. That's all I'm saying, So, I'm going to get off that. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'll get you out of here with just a question. And
just a question.
So, just a question is basically something that, goes through my mind. Maybe it relates and maybe it doesn't, but it's just, something that is wrong with me. I'll just say that. And I just think crazy thoughts, but I just want to ask questions, about it. So, when I was growing up, again, I'm dating myself. I'm over 30. I'm over 35, but back in elementary school and middle school, you would have lunch, but you didn't have transportation. And let's just be real. The lunch at the school wasn't the greatest all the time, but so my question is, this happened to us or whatever. Your parent, show up unannounced and everything. They walk in the lunchroom. You just so happy, like, whoa, first, am I in trouble? But hey, what you doing here? Mama? What you doing here? And she said, baby, I was just thinking about you, and you've been doing so good, in your classes. So I wanted to reward you. And she bring you some McDonald's. Ooh, wee. So my question is, who was the first mama or daddy or parent or whoever to bring McDonald's to you during lunch? Because the reason I ask this is because it causes so much problems, so much commotion. Because everyone knows you used to go to school and you say, you know what? I'm going to trade my fruit roll up for those grapes today. And then next thing you know, your fruit roll ups is in your hand. And then your trade partner that you had in mind bringing McDonald's. You have no trade value, nothing at all. And you cannot get anything. So you are stuck with that fruit roll up and you had your mind on grapes, and then the other thing you got to worry about is people giving you the side eye because now they're going to think, oh, they got money, I guess, because you bring in McDonald's and everything. So now folks is going to hate on you in class. Next thing you know, don't nobody want to sit next to you or whatever. Don't nobody want to talk to you and all that stuff. So who is the first person or first parent that brought their kids, some McDonald's or something like that, or Burger King, whatever it was, something that was not at the school? Because I mean, you had some teachers that was hating on you because they just like, man, I just brought this tuna sandwich and this mug over here eating a Whopper, so they may hate on you in the class or whatever. So that's just a question, hey, don't judge me. Don't judge me. Truck D said it's just you, so maybe it is just me. Something's wrong with me. But hey, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies, again, before I leave, I want to appreciate, the people that jumped in the chat room, but please leave Shad Moss